Hi, everybody. Welcome to Batch Cooking Club's weekly planning party. I am Stephanie Dreyer, vegan mama in a non-vegan family and the founder of Batch Cooking Club. Sorry, a little shaky there. I am so excited to be here with you. If you are new to these planning parties, I do these every Wednesday. But today we're doing it on Thursday. But it's usually Wednesdays at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And I take you through literally in about 20 minutes, help you put your plan together. And if you're not a member and don't have the recipes, you can try us for just $1 over at batchcookingclub.com. So you can head over there and see what I'm talking about. But also, if you just want some guidance in putting together your dinner plan for next week, I've got you covered in these 20 minutes. So before we get started, I am going to invite you to grab it is a party, so I always have a beverage. Today I've actually got wine. I've also got water. If you want to have a little snack, whatever you like to have at your parties. And I also have my phone that has my calendar on it. You're gonna need whatever you use to put together your weekly dinner plan. So I have a calendar thing that I use, and I use color and stickers to make it fun. So again, it's a party. Do you? I have pens ready here, colored pens and stickers to fill that in. And then again, if you're a Batch Cooking Club member and are following along, you want to grab your plan for the week that we downloaded or that we uploaded yesterday. And again, you can try us for just $1 at batchcookingclub.com if you want to check that out. So cheers to all of you. I'm going to have a sip. And let's get started. So first things first, there are 3 tasks that we always start with when we do these parties. First thing we're going to do is schedule a time in your calendar for in the next 2 to 3 days to make, or actually it's already Thursday. So I'm going to say in the next day and actually put this in your calendar in a specific 20-minute, 30-minute time slot to finish your meal plan. Now, if you're here with me right now, you might not need any extra time, but you want to finish your grocery list and your meal plan. So you might need some time to finish your grocery list. Block that off in your calendar. And then I want you to block off another period for grocery shopping. And then last but not least, another time block for batch cooking meal prep over the weekend. So for me, that's typically looks like Thursday nights is when I finalize my meal plan and grocery list. On Friday after work, I head to the store. And on Sunday morning, I usually do my batch cooking prep. Excuse me. Now, ideally, what works for me is to put this as recurring appointments in my calendar, if you have a digital calendar, so that you're always planning around it. And even if I have something come up, say, for example, on Thursday, since I do it Thursday night, say I have an event that night, I know that I need to move it to a different time in that day or the next day, or maybe do it the night before. So the point is you plan to eat, you prepare so that you have those 3 tasks so you know you're going to get it done. So from there, I want you to get your whatever it is that you plot out your meal plan in. So for me, it's this. And we're going to get your calendar that you look at for all of your appointments. And we're going to look at the next week for how much time you have each night to dinner prep. So that way you can actually plug in your Batch Cooking Club recipes into your actual schedule. So meal plan memberships don't really help if you're just downloading a bunch of recipes but not really making them work for your schedule. The whole key to Batch Cooking Club is that we help you make it actionable. So I'm going to help you figure out where to slot in the recipes that we give you. So what I want you to do now is look at the period for your meal plan. So I said I meal plan on Thursday nights. So my meal plan goes from Friday to the following Thursday. So I want you now to go through each day, actually do it right now. Plot out how much time you have for dinner prep every night over the next 7 days for your meal plan. So for example, go ahead and start doing this on my family usually eats around 7:00, depending on the day, 7 or 7:30. And I like to spend no more than 45 minutes in the kitchen. So my prep is usually anywhere, depending on how much time that I have, anywhere from 0 minutes to 45 minutes. So I want to look at that window between 6 and 7 and block out what's going on there. So for example, on Wednesday, I'll just look at this week. On Wednesday, I had 0 time because I was coming straight in from a meeting. So I have 0 time. So that's a signal to me that I'm gonna slate in the meal that's already been prepped, batch cook, like maybe it's a lasagna or a soup, and I'm just gonna reheat that or have my husband reheat it so that it's ready to go for the family when I get in the door. So go ahead and block off in your calendar. You can do it digitally or physically, like I am, dinner prep for each night of next week. Go ahead and do that. I'll give you a minute to do that. And I'm going to pull up the recipes for Batch Cooking Club on the app so that I can show you how to plug them in once we've got the time blocked off. So again, you are blocking how much time you have for dinner prep over the next 7 days. Have another slip of wine. Okay, and then we've got the app here. I'm opening up the plan. Again, you can try us for just $1 at batchcookingclub.com. But for our members, I'm pulling up the plan and I'm going to take you through the menu and the prep plan first. And then I'll go through each of the recipes and we'll then plug them in to your actual menu for the week so that into the days where you have the right prep available. All right, so here's what's on the menu. Barbecue quinoa chili, which is new this week, as well as barbecue quinoa chili calzones, which are also new this week. So we love to batch one recipe, more bang for your batch. That gives you 2 different meals. So we're batch cooking the barbecue quinoa chili, and you're eating that once as chili, and then again as calzones in a completely different meal. We've also got a chimichurri steak salad and chimichurri jackfruit street tacos. So we're making chimichurri sauce and using it in 2 different ways as well. And along with those 2 recipes that we're batch cooking, we're also batching the shredded jackfruit and beans, which if you've never used jackfruit before, this is a great and easy recipe to do it in. It's going in your tacos and it gives you the effect of shredded chicken. And we're also going to make cornbread from a box mix, if optionally, if you want to serve with that chili. So again, the idea is to have all this stuff ready to make it easier and quicker to serve dinner during the week. So let's look at the batch plan. All right, you're going to start with your shredded jackfruit and beans. You have to cook the jackfruit in the oven to give it that dried texture, not dried texture, but like kind of that crispy texture of shredded chicken. So you do that first. And while the jackfruit is in the oven, you'll make your cornbread. And while that bakes, you'll make your chili. And while that simmers, you'll finish off the jackfruit and beans. Once the jackfruit's ready, you pull it into a pan and finish up that recipe. And last but not least is that chimichurri sauce. So it's a really efficient plan. An hour and 30 minutes, you're in and out. So if you're blocking off 2 hours for prep, you've got some time to do smoothies and lunch prep and things like that. Add a salad dressing in there for sides, etc. All right, so now let's talk about where do we plug our dinner recipes into? So we've got a chimichurri steak salad that we're suggesting that we serve with a sliced French baguette. And that chimichurri steak salad is, right here. And that is 15 minutes to prep and 20 minutes to cook. So that's about 35 minutes. So right now you want to plot that into a day where you've got just about 35 minutes for prep. And if you are have non-vegans in the house, you can make some flank steak and just season that with salt and pepper, slice that up, and you can serve that on the side with this salad, and non-vegans can add this in. We always start at Batch Cooking Club. I'm a vegan in a non-vegan family. My meals are always plant core for my family, and then I have those non-vegan options available over on the side so that the non-vegans can add to the meal, but starts with plant core. So that is my suggestion for making everyone happy. All right, let's look at the next recipe, shall we? We've got barbecue quinoa chili calzones, and I'm suggesting serving that with a green salad. There's the idea if you make a salad dressing along with your other recipes when you do your batch cooking, you really are, while the calzones are baking, you can throw that salad together really quickly. And the calzones look like this. And they take 15 minutes to prep. You're rolling out pizza dough. and only about 10 to 15 minutes to cook, depending on your oven. This is a really quick and easy recipe. Vegan shredded cheese is optional. You can do half with vegan and half with regular cheese for the non-vegans. And if you've got non-vegans, you can also add some cooked ground beef to the chili for half of the calzones or whatever portion you want to make. These make 6 calzones with 1 pound of pizza dough. So you can add another pound of dough or whatever it is you need to do to make enough for your family. All right. Oh, wait. So no, we said you want to go plug those in. So actually go and plug that in now. You've got about 25 to 30 minutes for this meal. And also think about not just the time, but your energy. You might have 30 minutes, but you might have a back-to-back day, like coming out of back-to-back meetings, and you might not want to have a meal that takes 35 minutes. You might just want to reheat chili, which is our next recipe, the barbecue quinoa chili. I'm suggesting you served with a mixed green salad or a DIY salad bar, one of my favorite ways to serve salad in my house. It always gets my kids excited, and my son especially excited about adding vegetables to what he normally wouldn't eat or choose to eat. So the chili is already done. You're batch cooking that. All you have to do is reheat it. So this is where you're going to plug it in to one of those nights where you have 0 time or 0 energy to get dinner on the table. If you make your salad dressing in advance or buy a store-bought, all you're doing is throwing a salad together. You could buy a salad in a bag while the chili heats up. So it's what, 10, 15 minutes to reheat. And what I like to do is I will typically take out a recipe that like that and let it sit on the counter to bring it to room temperature to have it heat up even quickly. So when I'm doing my lunch, I might pull that out, or late afternoon to take the chill off and have it heat up quicker. Okay. Last but not least, what's left? Oh, our chimichurri jackfruit street tacos. And we are suggesting to serve that with our taco rice that is in our member library. Again, if you're not a member, check us out for just $1 at batchcookingclub.com. And the taco rice, the street tacos are only 10 minutes to prep and 10 minutes to cook. So that's a 20-minute meal because you've already made the jackfruit and beans and you've already made your chimichurri sauce. So this comes together really easily. And if you've got non-vegans, you can replace the jackfruit, the shredded jackfruit and beans with some shredded cooked chicken. You can what I'll do sometimes is buy a rotisserie chicken that's already cooked. And then my husband will just shred that up and put that on the side. If you're going to have some chimichurri sauce left over, so it's all good. It'll get the chimichurri seasoning there and it will be delicious. So those are my suggestions for your meal plan next week. I hope it inspires you. If you're not a member, check us out at batchcookingclub.com. If you are a member, I hope you have a delicious week and enjoy the recipes and would love to hear about it. Make sure you join us over in the Batch Cooking Club community and share your photos and let me know what your family thinks. See you here next week, Wednesdays at 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Eastern.